Hi, this is Mike, the Prepping Plumber, and welcome to the live stream. Can everybody hear me? Just give me a 1 if you can hear me. This is my first live stream, so I hope you'll bear with me a bit as I get the hang of things. Let me know if you can hear me with a 1 in the chat. All right, can you guys hear me? I'm not seeing the chat yet. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Joyce. All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate that. All right, so sounds like we're off and running here. I want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat and here to support the channel and get your questions answered about the system. Melissa, thanks for joining. Dangerous Freedom, great to see you here. Joyce, thanks so much for joining. Elizabeth, Mary, appreciate you guys being here. Prepping Plumber, great to see you. Steph, Joe, wow, we've got a lot of folks that turned out here. Oopsie. Let's see, who did I miss? Sonia, Homestead Engineering. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Angie, Joe, Mammy K, Betty Pierce. Wow, quite a turnout. I'm excited. I hope you're excited about this live stream. I was actually, I guess I was pretty nervous at first. I've been thinking about live streaming for quite a while now. Honestly, I'm quite an introvert. So the idea of live streaming or even doing videos is kind of takes me out of my comfort zone. But, then I just realized that, this live stream, this channel, that what I'm doing with this system it's not for me, it's for all of you. So kind of helps to, smooth out those nerves a little bit. And, like I said, I didn't want to live stream, but, I wanted to ask, the people that have signed up for the system or have shown interest in the system, people that have signed up for my email newsletter. I sent an email a few days ago asking, if a live stream was a good idea, would it be valuable to you guys? Whether you're not yet using the system, but thinking about it, or you're using the system and just have questions that you would like to have answered. My question was, would a live stream help? And, the response I got back was that it was an overwhelming yes. There was a couple people that said that, my training videos do the trick, which is great to hear. Glad to hear that. But, 75% said absolutely yes. Maybe 10% or so, 15% or so said, not sure. So I guess maybe if they're here, they can tell me if it's been valuable or not. I do want to thank, the 60 or so people that responded to that survey. It really did give me the encouragement to move forward and do this live stream. And, depending on how things go and your feedback and the questions and the engagement, the interaction that we have, this could become a regular thing because, there's always going to be new users using the system. I'm hopeful that it'll continue to grow. It's at about 350 people that have been set up so far. So, and that's just been within the last few months. So it's been really fun and exciting and such a blessing for me to support such a large growing community. This is people. This is for people that are both not yet signed up, but also people that have signed up. And if it's valuable to you guys, I'll continue to do these on a periodic basis. So. The intent of the live stream is mostly about questions and answers for people, whether you use the system or not, or thinking about it. But it's not really going to be a holistic overview of the system because all of that information is on my website at prepper-nerd.com. There's some information, including kind of my promo video. It's like a 1-minute promo video, a 2-minute walkthrough of some of the features, and then a bunch of videos that other content creators on YouTube have done to feature the prep system. The ultimate prep system is what I'm calling it now. So all that information is there. And then if you click through to learn more, then it goes through, my whole background, why I created this tool, the features of the tool, step by step, what you get, and all that kind of stuff. And, obviously allows you to sign up for it. So don't want to walk through all of that because that could take an hour all by itself probably. And, it does when I am invited to other people's live streams. So I want this to be more focused on, questions and answers. But, what I do want to also share in this live stream are some recent updates that have been made to the system, things that I haven't necessarily covered yet on my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I've been posting videos. It's not for lack of desire or lack of progress, because there's been a lot of progress. So I wanted to catch everybody up on what some of those new features are. And let's see, then we want to cover what I'm currently working on or what's planned for the near future for the system. I also have an opportunity if there's someone in the community that would like to help with something that I'm looking for help with, and then we'll get right into Q&A. So I want to cover these initial topics relatively quickly, give you a taste for what I've been working on and what I'm going to be working on, and then we can move from there. So I also want to give a huge shout out to Alaska Prepper. Thank you so much, Rudy. It's been such a blessing to have your support and encourament the whole way. I mean, you and I know we connected very, very early on in this project, that I embarked on late last year. You've just been such a blessing and encouragement. I appreciate, when we're able to talk one-on-one, and wow, it's just so amazing to see you talk about the prep system on your recent YouTube video. So I'm really appreciative for that. So let's see if anybody else has joined that I missed. Anne, Jean, B Charming. Hi, everybody. Melissa, Northwood Cheryl, Stephanie Magnus, Forest Ships. Wow, what a turnout. I'm this makes me so pleased. Bonnie, Prepper Girls, Marianne Atkinson, Tina, let's see, Jacqueline Alvarez, Dorothy, Z-Max Hunter. Wow, I'm so appreciative for you guys showing up and having interest in this project, and having interest in getting yourself getting more organized with your preps. So for those who are not as familiar, maybe this is your first video you've watched on my channel, for example, I just want to go through a quick kind of why you might be interested in the Ultimate Prep system, and we'll get into those other topics. So, basically my quick elevator pitch would be that, if you're a prepper and you want to feel more organized, you want to be more organized, and especially you want to be more confident and have peace of mind about your preps. If you want to get more clear about your prepping goals and the next steps that you individually need to take to reach those goals, I think you owe it to yourself to check out the Ultimate Prep system and consider joining nearly 350 people who have discovered how much this tool can help you. Originally this came about just out of my own needs as a prepper. So it's built by preppers for preppers, and just encourage you to check it out. You can learn more at prepper-nerd.com. So let's get into, I see a question here just real quick I want to answer. What system will it work on? So the system works on any computer with any modern internet browser like Chrome or Firefox or Edge. But it also has a companion app that you can download and use on a mobile device like a tablet or a smartphone. And it's available on iOS and Android. So it allows you to be wherever you are, like in the store, and you want to pull up your system to know what you need to buy at that store, or it'll work at home on your desktop. I use it in different ways on different devices based on what I'm doing with the system. So, so I guess common practice, right, would be if you've got a question, putting it in all caps will help it stand out, and I'm more likely to see it and address it. So let's see. So I see a question, does it cope with international barcodes? So the barcodes database is actually basically crowdsourced by the users of the system. So when someone enters a food that the system does not yet recognize, it will send that barcode to a kind of a staging area where then I review it for quality purposes to make sure that it's appropriate to be added to the database, and then it's added to the database. So that means that it can support any type of barcode, essentially, because whatever is entered into that barcode field becomes the ID, so to speak, for that food. So, all right. So recent updates. I'm going to share my screen here. Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go. Just give me a moment. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen. I assume that you can. Just if you can confirm, you should see the prep dashboard, the Ultimate Prep System dashboard. I'm just hoping for a confirmation. You guys can see that. Great. Thanks so much, guys. All right. So so recent updates. Let's touch on these. So the shopping list is a recent update. So I'm in the system right now as a kind of a guest. So I'm using it as anybody who would sign up, right? I'm not using it as the admin, myself as an admin in this system, but as a person who would be using it who has signed up. So there's just certain permissions that I have, in my other account that are administrative in nature to allow me to set up each person's system as well as customize each person's system as well as personalize it. So I just wanted to use this in a way that was exactly how you guys would use it. So this is the shopping list. It's pretty straightforward, but what this allows you to do is keep a running list of the purchases that you intend to make that are specifically for prepping, right? This is it's kind of emulating some other shopping list tools, but if you're a subscriber of the Ultimate Prep System, I just wanted to include this for you for free. It's just an extra benefit of having the system. So those other apps that might cost extra to use, you wouldn't have to use that specifically for prepping. So this, you've got a priority column, high, medium, or low. You've got a category column, like a drop-down list, whether it's equipment, food, or supplies. So you can track all of those intended purchases in the same place. The item description, quantity, what stores you may consider purchasing from, so that what that does is then you can use filters, for example. Like filters can be set up so that you can see, okay, let me just show me what I intend to purchase at Walmart, right? And then it'll filter the list by just Walmart. So, and then max price you're willing to pay, target date that you plan on purchasing the item. So again, that could be used in filters, and whether it's complete or not. And you can use a filter to show your current list, right? Anything that's not yet complete. And then here's a field that you can use for notes, maybe your research notes, maybe a URL that you're considering purchasing from, different variations of a product that you may be considering, stuff like that. So that is the shopping list feature. Pretty easy to use. If you're new to the system, you can see it's got a kind of an Excel, grid-like or spreadsheet-like look and feel, except it's got, additional capabilities. So that is the shopping list feature. Wanted to touch on that real quick. And then we've got the next new feature is the skills assessment. So this is a self-assessment tool for you to get clear about, where you are in relation to your preparedness level as it relates to skills based on your goals. So it's very personalized to how you think about what skills you need and what is important to you. So it's really simple, just 4 columns. And the ultimate answer or result is this skill preparedness level here. And I'm going to explain that in just a second. So skill category, there's a ton of categories. These are all skills that have been recommended by people who are much more experienced, I guess you could say, been prepping for far longer than I have. So there's quite a few of categories or of skills that you can select from, or you can just, type in your own into this column, and then you can give it an importance. So some skills, they're important enough to be on your list, but maybe not your top priority. Maybe it's a medium priority, so you've got these 1 through 5 importance levels, and then you've got your skill level. But it's important to understand that the skill level represents the skill level of the person that you're depending on. So the person you're depending on may be yourself, like it's a skill that you are developing or you have developed for yourself, or it could be an immediate family member, or it could be someone in your mag, could be extended family, etc. So as you go down this list, the way that I design this is, as you go down this list, the less reliable that skill that skill will be available to you, the more risk there is in that skill being available to you if you had to rely on someone for that skill, right, in some sort of disaster or SHTF situation. So based on very simple inputs, right, the system calculates your overall skill level, and what that does is it highlights. I can change some of these to show you. So you'll have a variety of skill levels represented, a variety of importances. Let's see, bushcraft, fire starting, I might be relying on my mag. Livestock raising, I might be relying on extended family. So based on these very simple parameters, it'll give you your overall readiness, and you can very clearly see visually which skills you're lacking in. And those are areas that you need to develop. And what I would do with this is, if I see that I'm at 68%, that's not good or bad. It's just a reflection of, where you're at based on your own sense of what's important to you and your preparedness. But what that does is it allows you to have something, specific and measurable, right? Because goals should be specific and measurable in order to have the best chance of achieving your goals. So, what this does is it gives you a baseline. I'm at 68%. My goal, if I were just thinking out loud here, my goal is to get to 75%, right? And once I'm at 75%, now my goal is to get to 80%, right? So it gives you those stepping stones, and it's specifically related to skills, right? We focus so much, I think, as a community on the things or the stuff of preparation, self-sufficiency, and that's all really important. And this rounds out the tool, right? Because the foundation of the tool is inventorying the things that you need, food, supplies, and equipment. But this rounds that out because it provides you a way to assess and create specific measurable goals for developing your skills. So I'm just going to go back to the dashboard, and I'm going to pause in just a moment to check out the questions, because as I'm presenting this, I'm not actually seeing the comments. But I also wanted to touch on another feature that was just implemented like a couple of days ago, and I'm going to be rolling out to people who have subscribed, new users. When you sign up, all of these things are included in your ultimate prep system. So this is about food weight targets. So it was made very clear to me recently by someone who's actually volunteering to help me on some things related to this project, the ultimate prep system, that I was thinking about my food initially in terms of calories. And then once I had calories that I was confident with, I wanted to continue to build, but then I wanted to focus on balancing my preps. And balance meant that I had a balance of servings across different categories of food. And but then recently, I was made aware, or I guess I was aware it just wasn't an area I was focused on because it wasn't necessarily relevant for me. But what I've realized is how relevant this is for so much of the community, and that's tracking food by weight. All right. So I know that there's a lot of books, a lot of education materials about prepping that focus on target weights of different categories of food. So they say, you need X pounds of beans per person per year, X pounds of meat, X pounds of rice, right? And so if you're a longtime prepper, or you happen to think about your food in that way, or you're a new prepper and you pick up one of those books and you're being taught in that way, and that's the way you want to think about how much food you have, and maybe less important to you thinking about it in terms of calories, or you may want a kind of a balance of these three different perspectives of your food. Now you have that in the Ultimate Prep system, so you can see your your progress in terms of calories, your progress in terms of balance, and your progress in terms of weight. And all that means, it's really simple. It was a really simple feature to implement and to use. So I introduced this new sheet called Food Weight Targets, and it allows you for any category that you're tracking, which these are all personalized for you, you can indicate a target weight. Now, if you don't indicate a target weight, then it's not going to show up on the dashboard. But if you indicate a target weight, it will recognize how much of that category you have in your food inventory, and then it'll calculate the percent of the target weight and present that on your dashboard. So all that's doing is looking at the food inventory, and there's a new field called weight per package. So you're tracking your information the exact same way in terms of the food inventory. There's just this new field for those that want to use it called weight per package. And for any item, I might have 10 different items in a category, right? Actually, let's do this. I've got dry black beans. I've got a couple of packages of those. This allows me to indicate different weights for different foods that I'm tracking in the food inventory. But then on the dashboard, it's going to sum those all up and compare them against your weight target, and then show you the visualization here. So I can see, just based on these kind of made up numbers, I'm way over my target weight. So that's how that works. I'm hopeful that this makes this tool relevant for a new segment of the community. I'm hopeful that that's the case. I'm hopeful that for those who may be using the system or considering using the system, and if you think about your food in this way, this gives you that sense of familiarity that will help to bridge that gap. And you could start by only tracking your food by weight, and then you could get into tracking it by calories. So you can use this. It's a very flexible system in a brand new way. So let me check back at the comments. I'm sorry, as I'm presenting, I'm not able to see the comments. Actually, you know what? I think there's a way to pop them out. Bear with me. I am new to this. Here we go. Pop out. All right. So now I've got a new screen with just the comments, so I can keep up with them. So I'm looking for questions in caps. Let's see. I see a lot of chat. That's great to see. I'm not seeing. Did you try fixing the resolution? Is the resolution poor? It may not be what you're used to, because like a computer screen like this will look a little fuzzy due to latency over the internet, and it will stand out more than when you're watching a person. But I'm not sure I can do anything about that. Let's see. I'm not seeing any other. What does the system cost? Oh, thanks, Rudy. So the normal price for the system, when you visit the checkout page, is $47. Alaska Prepper has a coupon code available that I made available to his community. I wanted you guys to know about it. That'll give you $10 off per year. Sorry, that $47 is per year. So you get $10 off per year with that coupon code AP10. So that's not just one-time discount. That's a per year discount for as long as you're subscribed. So it's essentially $37, which, is like $3 a month. So I'm just trying to, and, I get feedback a lot, is that really enough for this to be sustainable. And I think the answer is this is I'm not really even doing this for the money. This isn't really a business for me. It's more of a ministry. So this is enough to cover my costs. And if I'm able to make a profit in some way to pay for my time, then that's great too. But I want to make it my primary purpose is to make this a fair price, but as accessible to the community as possible. So Klingon Princess is asking, and part of that coupon code AP10 also, I'm giving $5 to Rudy's Buy Me a Coffee charity fund. So every purchase using the AP10 code will contribute $5 to that charity. So Klingon Princess, hi, it's great to see you here. Can we scan as we use food to subtract items? Not yet. I'm trying to figure out the best solution to do that. That is actually a very popular idea on the idea boards. When people sign up, they get access to the idea boards where people can submit ideas and can vote on ideas, so that I'm always focused on what's important to the community. So that is a popular request. I am still working on the best way to solve for that. Melanie Palmer, I see 0 experience where to start. I assume that means that you purchased and have been set up, but you're maybe struggling with the steps, the initial steps of getting started. So I'd love to point you to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist there called Getting Started, which should be of great help to you. Also, I want you guys to know, actually, this is kind of skipping ahead a little bit, but I'm working on revamping all the training videos. So even though there's Getting Started training videos on my YouTube channel, what bothers me about it is it's not 100% focused and succinct specifically on training. There's a lot of other content in those videos, and I want people to be able to go to exactly the information they need to make it quick and easy, and they're on to the next thing. So for now though, Melanie, I recommend you check out that Getting Started playlist on YouTube. Let's see. So Milady's Simple Elegance is all our data stored locally behind our own firewalls. So this is a topic that comes up quite a bit. It's about privacy and security. So there's a simple answer, and there's more details behind it that I try to provide to help people with the level of confidence that this system is private and it is secure. The answer is the data is stored by a cloud software as a service provider. So this system is built on a system called Smartsheet, which happens to be a publicly traded company, and they do business with healthcare companies who actually, some of which store protected health information on this platform. And if you don't know, protected health information is probably the most sensitive data out there in terms of requirements for its storage and use. So if those healthcare companies, trust this company Smartsheet to store that type of data, it goes a long way in terms of building confidence that those measures are leading edge, or at least industry standard, that they meet those requirements. So, but I have actually I'd like to share this, since that is such a frequently asked question. Okay, so let me just go to so that's my home page, but this is the page that talks about the system and kind of goes through everything that you get. But one of these FAQs down here is, what are the best practices that help ensure that my information is private? And there's a few. I'm not going to go through these right now, but you can easily look them up by clicking the Learn More button on my homepage. But there's a number of ways, a number of strategies you can use to pretty much anonymize your use of the system. So, I hope that answers your question. Again, I'm not going to go into all of that in detail because it's available here. But if you have any, further questions about this, I'd be happy to address them. If you, oh, you know what? I don't think I'm. Oh no, I'm not. Sorry, I was sharing the wrong screen. Let me show you real quick. So if you were to go to my homepage, right, and you click any of the Learn More buttons, and down at the bottom, there's a frequently asked questions section, and this last one is about privacy. The one above it's about security, and this one's about privacy. So these are strategies you can use to pretty much anonymize your use of the system. So yeah, review this, and if you have further questions, I'd be happy to address them. You can email me at mike@prepper-nerd.com. I'm gonna keep looking through the comments here. So Mary, is there a way to separate or delineate long-term versus working storage? You just signed up yesterday. Well, welcome. I'm excited to have the opportunity to support you and serve you in meeting your prep goals. So separating, delineating long-term versus working storage. So that can be done. So based on what is kind of out of the box, so to speak, you could use different storage areas, right? These are the storage areas that I use, but you could have a working pantry, or if you had like a working pantry storage area, then that would allow you to delineate between your working pantry and any other location that you might store more long-term food storage in. That would be the way that I would go about it. I was going to suggest, a little bit of customization, because for an extra $10 a year, I offer like a premium support service that allows you to ask for more customized, features to your system. So, one of those suggestions might be to add a field or add a column that indicate, is like a checkbox that can indicate working pantry, for example. But I think, based, out of the box, it definitely supports that. Let me look back at the comments. What internet is needed to use it, by Pantry Mama. Basically, if you have enough bandwidth to stream YouTube videos, you should be good to go. Let's see. Bastet Dupur. I appreciate that comment. Thank you. All right. I think I'm caught up. If I missed your question, please share it again for me in the chat. Also, actually, I forgot to mention, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the people that, are here and watch this, after. So all you need to do is leave a comment. And, the giveaway is for a year free of the Ultimate Prep system, a full year with premium support. So I'm actually going to give that away to 2 people. So there's 2 years free available to the Ultimate Prep system. And if you're already signed up for the Ultimate Prep system, what that means is that you can get your next year for free, or you could give a free year to a friend. So all you got to do is leave a comment below, not in the chat, but leave a comment below this video that includes the words Ultimate Prep system and shares your favorite thing about the system. So again, giving away a free year of the Ultimate Prep system. All you got to do is comment below. That includes the words Ultimate Prep system and shares your favorite thing about the system. So, all right, we're going to move along. I think I pretty much covered the food weight targets. So the next thing I'm going to cover here is going to be really quick, because for those that use the system, they're already familiar with this feature in the food inventory. But now, due to popular demand, we have barcode entry for supplies. So previously, again, this was only available for food inventory. Now, your supplies and equipment, we are now building a database, crowdsourcing a database of barcodes for supplies. So the more people that use it, the quicker that database will grow, the more barcodes will be available for that feature to really help you streamline your entry into this inventory system. So I'd love to hear in the chat, what do you think about these new features? Is there something that you think you'll use? Is there something you're most excited about these features? And also, I am completely open and want to encourage any ideas on how to improve these features, or how to improve the system as a whole. So, if you have any ideas or suggestions or advice on how I can improve the product, or how I'm approaching this in terms of like maybe even like getting the word out or whatever, I am so open to your feedback and input. I've received so many awesome emails that really charge me up and encourage me to really give this everything I've got, and I'd love to hear from you. So I see, there's not a way to comment on the video. I think that, during the live stream, I believe you can't comment down below, but once the live stream is over, you should be able to comment down below. Is the system printable so you can see it offline? Yeah. So all you have to do is on the food inventory or the supplies and equipment inventory is go to print right here. Or you can even export it to Excel, PDF, you can export to Google Sheets. And also on the dashboard, there are reports. You can tell it's a report because it's this orange icon. So it just formats the data in a more print-friendly manner, and you can go ahead and print this out. Also, related to that, right, having your prep inventory information available to you during a SHTF situation or an emergency situation, you're actually able to do automated backups. I can set these up for you. It's in this automation section, but let's see, manage workflows. So what happens is you're able to set up automated backups basically of your food and supplies and equipment inventory, and that gets emailed to you automatically however often you want it to be, and so you're always reminded to print those out. That's also a common question. What? Can you guys hear me? Are you guys hearing me? I saw a comment that said you couldn't hear me. Okay. All right. All right, Mary. Thank you. You worried me there for a second, Arkansas Living. Thanks. All right. Let's see what other questions. Yeah. Alaska Prepper says it's a good idea to always print your spreadsheets onto PDF or paper once a week or so. That way you always have a hard copy of your prep inventory. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I do, Rudy. Thanks for that comment. Grandma Prepper, please don't forget to suggest how to gain easy access to inventory system, like adding the Smartsheet app to our home screens. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. And I think that's something that I'm going to cover specifically in my revamped training videos. So yeah, I mean, you can easily set a favorite in a browser to get to it from your computer, or there's a way you can if you download the app, then the app will be on your home screen on any mobile device. But yeah, on a computer, I'll be able to show you guys how to, in that training series, how to create a shortcut directly to your Ultimate Prep system right on your desktop. So again, what do we do to comment again? So I think the way it works is, again, this is my first live stream. I think only chat is available right now, but then after the live stream is over, you'll be able to comment in the comment section down below the video. Milady Simple Elegance would love for the system to be stored locally and go online to download upgrades. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying. This is just, how it kind of, how it works today. And there's definitely benefits. There's pros and cons either way. So yeah, I think that's, it's fair to say. Joyce Tompkins, I'm entering my preps while listening. I do that so often. I'm listening to Alaska Prepper or other prepping YouTube channels, and I'll be entering my preps. So I think that's awesome. Great to hear that. Can you use a system if there's no internet service power outage? So unfortunately, yeah, it is internet. It is an internet-based system. So that's why we would print out the preps so that you have the information available to you, when you need it. But unfortunately, you would need to have power and internet to enter your preps or to use the dashboard. Mammy K, are the skill page and weight page automatically on there, or do you have to put it on? So I'm going to be working on upgrading people to add those features. Basically, that's shown. Let's see. I want to show you guys. For those of you who are using the system already, you see here this V1.13. That is your version number. So, and if you registered or signed up for the idea boards, it actually contains a change log that shows you exactly what's been implemented in each version. So I encourage you to go there to know what's available to you, because anybody that I hear from that is interested in a specific to being upgraded immediately to a certain version, I'm going to make a priority. So if there's something that you're specifically interested in, please email me, mike@preppernerd.com, and let me know what specifically you want to be upgraded to. Or if you just want to be upgraded to the most current version, that's fine too. I can get you upgraded right away. So let's see, any other questions? Can it tell me how many portions I have based on weight? So the tracking by weight and tracking to weight targets is a brand new feature. Regarding your question, tell me how many portions I have based on weight. So I think I'd have to probably hear more about how you would expect that to work in order to build that in. But I guess my answer to that would be no at this time. Although, let me see. Let me just show that feature again. So what we have here is, and I could be wrong, maybe the answer no is wrong, because we've got weight per package and we've got servings per package. So essentially, these are fake numbers. The weight numbers are fake numbers. But, if we had weight is 50 and servings is 100, whatever, right? It's a pretty simple calculation. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're looking for, but yeah, the really nice thing about this system using Smartsheet for the Ultimate Prep system is that it's so configurable and it's so flexible. That's one of the main reasons, including the privacy and security reasons, why I chose to build this on Smartsheet. So the wannabe prepper, can you add items without a barcode? Yes, you can. So I can just go in here and, I can actually type a barcode in, right? And it populates the information. Or if I don't have the barcode, I can just go in and start, adding the item manually right off the label on the food container or the food packaging. Okay. Thanks for the question. Appreciate it. Can you print labels from the software? Labels of what? Food labels? I'm not sure how to answer that. I'm sorry, Forrest. If you can clarify that, I would appreciate it. All right, let me see. All right. So let's see. I covered barcode entry for supplies. Again, if you have any suggestions or advice on how to improve the system, feel free to drop those in the comments down below after the live stream. So what's planned? There's a few things that are planned. I've got, based on user feedback, based on people that are using the system and what they are interested in and what they vote for on that idea board, one of the top features suggested or requested is a tool to figure out specifically how much water you would need in an emergency or SHTF situation. The system already allows you to track water based on how it's built today, right? I've got 4 different categories for water: cleaning, cooking, drinking, and gray. So there, it allows you to track your water already, and even presents that on the dashboard, right? Based on my needs that I indicate in my servings per day sheet here. It shows me that I have plenty of water. And this is because actually I have a pool. I'm lucky enough, blessed enough that, when I started prepping, I already had a pool. So I think I'm pretty good in terms of water. Well, a pool and a Berkey. So I guess the Berkey is the key to that. But so let's see. So yeah, so this new planned feature is going to be, how do we know how much water we actually need, right? And it would be just a simple way of determining that based on how many people in your household, and pretty simple, straightforward calculations that are available on the internet out there. I just want to make it easy for you guys to have a tool like that in the system. And it sounds like other people are really interested in that as well. Another one, I already covered this: revamp trading videos. This is actually something that has not been requested. And I'm doing it because I feel like it's the right thing to do. I think the ideas on the idea board have been about the features of the software. But this is about making it as easy as possible to get going and to make the most out of the tool. So, I recognize that my current training videos are not as succinct and to the point as they need to be on YouTube. That's because I was just getting started at that point, and I've realized that, I need to really revamp those and make it more of a training series and reference series, so that you can just like type in a keyword and it'll go, you can go right to the video that you need. So, and of course there's lots of ideas on the idea board. I said at the beginning of the video that I wanted to just share that I could use some help if someone's interested in working with me on this project. It could be good experience for you. And, if you're anything like me, it's a great way to give back to the community. I'm even, open to some sort of, paid arrangement, but I'm looking for some help with social media marketing. All I have done on this, honestly, so far is started a YouTube channel. I've had the fortune, the blessing of having support from other YouTube channels, which has been amazing. And I've run a little bit of Google ads, but those failed miserably. So, I pulled the plug on those, but, that's all I've really done. So, I'm looking for some support, some assistance in the way of social media marketing. I've used Facebook sporadically in the past. I know there's definitely a good size audience on Facebook that talks about preparedness and canning and, home organization, related to, pantry organization, stuff like that. And, I'm just not, that's not my thing. That's not my strength. What I got into this to share my strength with this community. And so if anybody has that strength and would like to contribute in some way to this project, I'd love you to reach out to me. You can email me at mike@prepper-nerd.com. And I would love to hear from you, and I'd love to, figure out if it's a good fit, and, figure out what we might be able to do to get this to basically, introduce more people to it, to determine if it's right for them, if it can help them. So, Bump Spike, you rock as well, brother. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate seeing you. It's great to see you. Metal for Breakfast, great to see you. JT, hi, great to see you too. Jen Penland, great to see you. Northern Girl Hobbies, thank you so much for being here. Let's see. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys. I've been kind of addressing the Q&A as we've been going. So if there's any questions that I can help with, whether it's, you know, something that would help you understand if this is a good tool for you, or if it's something that you're stuck on, you know, as a user of the system, I'd be more than happy to answer that for you right now. The initial entry is a bit painful, but you know what? That's a really good point, Alaska, Rudy. It takes commitment, it takes discipline, but the nice thing about this system, honestly, for me anyway, I can speak from my experience, is that the system has a way of motivating you and supplementing your own determination. And what I mean by that is, once you have started entering some foods into your food inventory, for example, you're going to start to see these numbers going up, and you're going to be like, oh, you're going to say, oh, I know I've got 6 months of food, but it only says a month so far, but I've just cracked the surface, right, of logging my food. It's like an intrinsic motivator. You'll also start to see this graph take shape as you enter food, which is also a big motivator. And you'll see this graph take shape, which is a big motivator. And then you'll see that this graph looks way out of kilter because you've, prepped a ton of beans and rice, but maybe you're lacking in some of the other categories, for example. I'm just speculating, but that's what happened for me. So yes, like anything else, it's an investment of time. But this, I can speak just, matter of factly that this really does help to motivate you to log your inventory, but also it motivates you to prep. It has for me. I'm not sure if others can resonate with that in the chat that are using the system, but when I see these numbers start to dip, food out in the last 7 days, if that gets under, 5 days or something like that, I'm starting to think, man, I got to refocus. Or if this starts getting low, I think, man, I got to refocus. And definitely this goal meter helps to motivate prepping as well, because, when you set your goals here in this first sheet, I'm shooting for 365 days for my whole family. If you see this percentage of goals, 50%, maybe you thought you had a year, but you logged your food and you realize, wow, shoot, I only have 6 months. It's a definite motivator to keep prepping. So I think there's a lot of, great intrinsic value here too. Thank you, Northern Girl Hobbies. I appreciate that comment. Oh, Arkansas is acting up, huh? Okay. I don't even know how to make someone a moderator or anything else for that matter, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. But Arkansas, I love you, brother. Any other questions? It motivates me when I see a category that's low. Yeah, absolutely. So like right now, I'm not concerned obviously about this one, but I am somewhat concerned about this one, right? So I have 68% of my total food storage is meat. So, I have a healthy amount, I think. I've met my goal, but, some people might say, depending on the situation that you're preparing for, you might be shooting for a lot more than this. But that's definitely an area that I would focus on, or that I am focused on. But yeah, as you see some of these start to dip, it really calls your attention to it. Let's see, any other questions? Wow, we've been going almost an hour, and it's great to see everybody here. Just seeing if there's any questions that I missed. So again, if you're here and you're not using the system, you can go to prepper-nerd.com and see some other videos of other YouTube channels that have featured the system on their channel, either live streams or dedicated videos even of the inventory system. Like recently, Prepper Potpourri did a video on the system. I didn't even know she was going to be doing the system, and it was awesome. It was fantastic. She did such a great job. And what I was really appreciative of is she just had this way of helping, a person realize how simple the solution is to use. Sometimes, when I'm doing these demos or, walking people through features, I might go fast or I might jump around, I'm just trying to, get through the material, not get through the material, but, make the best use of that person's time or your time as I'm going through all of these different features and stuff. But man, she just broke it down and one step at a time and made it sound so simple. And it is simple. It really is simple. It's, if you have experience with any type of spreadsheet software, it, you'll be off and running in no time. So can you put up links? Yeah. So here we go. So let's see. Okay, so a reminder on the giveaway. You're going to, if you want to enter, you're going to leave a comment below after the video, after the live stream ends, that includes the words Ultimate Prep System, and the comment shares your favorite thing about the system. And Rudy says, Mike, maybe you can have one live stream per week in order to go over one part of the system at a time. Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. Yeah, so I could have like a feature highlight per week, maybe one or two features per week, a feature highlight, and then it would be like an open Q&A session where, where new users or, just people that wanting to get the most out of the system can ask questions. I think that would be great. Let's see, Arkansas. Don't make me blue, dang it. Well, if anybody would like to be a moderator, I'm more than open to having your help. Let's see. I know you will love it. So much support from Prepper Nerdy. So amazing. Thank you, Grandma Prepper. Like I said early on, this is it's more of a ministry for me than it is a business. And, because of that, I think you'll be treated in such a way as a customer, right? Like this is for you. This is for you guys. So if you could use help getting organized and gaining confidence in your preps, I want to make that possible for you. That's my whole purpose in doing this. So, hey, before I wrap up, I wanted to run a couple things by you. I wanted to kind of see how you react to these things. I've been reading some books because I really love to. Oh wait, hang on. Does Rudy want to be a mod? Alaska Prepper, make you. Yeah. Alaska Prepper is welcome to be a mod, at least for now. I don't, no expectations, but if you're seeing anything, appreciate your help. Too late. I don't know how to remove it. Rudy, you're funny. Okay, so I want to read a couple things by you. So I've been doing some reading because I'm really on a mission here with this channel and what I'm doing with the system, and I really want to see this thing grow and be able to support as many people as possible, because I think that what we're doing as content creators and supporting people in their preps has the potential of making a huge impact for those people when disaster situation hits or SHTF happens. So this is like a mission for me, and in reading some of that material, some of those books, and it kind of sparked me to put down my mission statement, if you will, on paper. Like this is like the change that I want to make. So I want to read this to you, and appreciate any feedback, or maybe it's just kind of an insight into how I'm thinking about this. But the change I want to make. So I want to make sure that people with a heart for preparedness can meet their prep goals as quickly and as stress-free as possible by offering a set of easy-to-use software tools. I help people of all ages and walks of life build self-sufficiency and give them confidence and peace of mind that they'll be able to care for their loved ones in the challenging times ahead. So that's what I wrote, and that's why I'm here. So secondly to that, I wanted to share one other thing. One of the things that this book I was reading kind of encouraged you to do is to understand kind of, who would resonate with this the most, and to just focus on those people, which makes perfect sense, right? I'm not trying to do this for everybody. I'm trying to do this for people that it would be valuable for. And, that might just be, a segment of the overall prepper community, and that's just fine. So what it encouraged me to do is clearly identify the type of person that I am doing this for, or that this system would be for. And then, what kinds of things do those people tend to do? So, the statement is people like us do things like this. So it's like in two parts. So people like us, for me in what I'm doing here, are people who take prepping seriously, right? We're not dipping our toe in the water here. This is for people who, we are people who take prepping seriously. We're people that are prepping to protect the livelihood of ourselves and our loved ones. We're people who understand that life can turn on a dime at any moment. And we're people who understand that self-sufficiency is true freedom. And, so being people that those statements are true for, the types of things that we do are we invest our time in doing our research and learning about prepping and self-sufficiency. We are courageous enough to try new things and practice new skills. We seek to form bonds with other preppers and support the community. And we seek to have clear goals and are organized in our approach of achieving them. So if this resonates with you, I invite you, and if you're not already signed up for the Ultimate Prep System, I invite you to join nearly 350 people who have signed up for the Ultimate Prep System in just a few months so far. These are people new to prepping as well as longtime preppers, and are feeling more confidence and peace of mind about their preps than ever before. So again, I'll put the link in here in case anybody missed it before. Encourage you to check it out. And I think with that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I really appreciate everyone being here. I don't intend for this to be a marathon. It looks like we're just at about an hour. So really appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your questions. I hope I was able to address them for each of you. If you have other questions, I welcome them. I welcome you to email me at mike@prepper-nerd.com, or I might try this again next week. Who knows? But stay tuned. So with that said, I wish you all a fantastic Sunday. Thank you so much, and God bless. Bye, everybody.